that kush, give me the hot man, give me that ush, give me that tin girl. Yeah. Mr. Malian.
Hey, how people perceive you, innit? Like in terms of like reputation and like power. How people and things people perceive you.
It's just how influential you are.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Jay-Z, big man.
What class you are, lower class, middle class or upper class?
It could also be something personal, like status as if like a single status, a single woman, single mother, married.
Okay, alright. So marital status. Anyone else?
Money,
Money.
power, respect.
Position in society.
Position. So what do you mean by that?
Like where you stand in society, where society see you, basically how you're established in society.
Okay. What do you mean by established in society? Well, like your title, your job role.
Yeah, job, the littlest things. What makes you, what puts your place in society, basically.
Okay.
How could be more to do with job role, innit? Got something to do with politics as well. Now in terms of politics, like you're a politician, but politically some job roles are higher than other, and some jobs pay
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy as well.
Okay.
If you're talking like specifically about African culture as well.
Oh, I'm gonna lead on to that. Generally, I just wanted to know what you guys see as status. Okay. The next one is: would you say status is prominent in today's society?
Definitely. Especially within young people, because our status has much to do with our reputation.
Okay.
I think with our status, there's no law and order, innit? Because for there to be law and order, there has to be status, because the laws are coming from people with a certain credibility or status. So
I think that's like come back to the hierarchy as well. You have the teacher, you have the student, you have the police officers, and you have the lay people.
Okay. Anything else?
I was gonna add that obviously I think you lot are talking from the conservative point of view because they believe in a hierarchy, and you're trying to say that without a hierarchy there can't be order. So that means that they should have an elite system basically. So if the rich people should stay rich because they can maintain order, because that's what conservative people believe. So do you lot believe that?
No. When in terms of status, I was just linking it to like everyone's working to get to the top of that hierarchy system. I don't want to just be seen as always the lay person. So when I say hierarchy as in my status, I don't want to always be the student. I may want to be the teacher. Okay. That's what I meant by hierarchy. Everyone's always trying to move up because they're always trying to move up your reputation and your status.
That's why we're working hard now.
To go back on what you said something about in an elite system for there to be control, that the rich stay rich so that they have status over the poor people. I don't think that's true. In Africa you see that, and there's corruption and disruption in certain countries.
Remember, there are Christians.
I wasn't saying that there should be. I was saying that that's what it is. That's what elite, like hierarchy, is there for, to maintain order. Yeah.
Would you say your African culture influences how you see status?
Definitely.
Yeah.
How status is very.
Okay, why do you think your African culture influences that?
Well, because even from young, you see status through family.
What kind of things do you see in family?
The respect of father, the role of the father, like everything he says is right. So
there's no wrong or right, isn't it? I think status,
everything he says is right, because he's the head of the family.
I think it's tied within your family traditions as well. In terms of coming from African houses, obviously status is a prominent aspect of a lot of people's households. Like you said, like the fathers at the top, that's perceived in certain aspects of different cultures. But in terms of African on its own, I say it plays a big part because we're very proud. Africans are very proud people, and status has an element of proudness in it as well. So I think that's it.
But within our culture, I think status has changed though. In our parents' day, status meant being of high status would be educated, well-off family, have kids and married. Now I just see status as within the African culture anyway, having money.
Rich,
So our generation, it's money. Our parents' generation, our grandparents' generation, it was respect, education, having something called value, but not money value.
But then it depends, because it depends the way you look. If you look at it in terms of Africa, there's the city, and there's the villages, there's the outer city, and in the outer city, it's not based on wealth, it's based on title. Like, are you the king of this chief, Tuma, Shagun, whatever? Well, in the city, it's based on your wealth. So the two are different because some of the people that are of royal positions have nothing in terms of money, but they have status in terms of people.
You have to remember though, the reason why that stayed the same within the villages is because the education level is lower.
Not necessarily. I wouldn't say that today, not necessarily.
They're more family over everything.
Exactly.
I think illiteracy is more prominent in the village in comparison to the
that's a
cities.
stereotype. Because
That's an observation.
Because in the sense that that's, like we said, status to do with tradition. The tradition of having a title, that's a tradition, that's how it's been passed on. That's how it's the culture. That's got nothing to do with education.
The idea of titles is kind of the same in European culture. If we look at England, there's still a royal family prominent. That's the same, like in villages, it's been like that for centuries. There's just royal families being passed down.
It doesn't make the royal family any more educated than anyone sitting in this room.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, they look at in villages, they look at the royal family and the chiefs and stuff. In the cities, they look at who's got the
most
money.
Yeah,
that's what I said. Maybe I didn't say it correctly, but that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's
they
what
look at the monarchy, the African monarchy, and we look at how much money you have, what car you're driving, how many bedrooms in your house, and you know,
it's
two
different lifestyles, isn't it?
Okay, so picking up on your point, you said there's outer city and the city, and the city more look at wealth. So do you think that's what's influenced you guys? Because you guys obviously, you're over here, whatever.
I think, yeah, that's an important factor because, well, our parents and grandparents are going to have started from somewhere, and the majority, 9 times out of 10, they start from the bottom, and that's from the village. Right? So I think that as we do come here, we do develop certain Western ways in terms of culture, in terms of that we don't look at tradition and traditional status as quite important. We look at position status in terms of wealth, because you could be the mayor of so and so in this country here, or you can be, let's say, take a society in a university. You can be a president of society in a university, but that's nothing in the real world. In the real world, it's based on wealth. So I think it clashes of us being here because obviously we're Western ways of society, isn't it? So.
Okay. How do you think? Obviously, you're all from African backgrounds, right? Yeah. Okay. How would you say your family's what's that word? Like social, not even socialised. What is the word? Yeah, like kind of integrate status into you. What were their perceptions on what status are?
Education.
That's number one.
Education. Give me that kush, give me the Batman, give me that rush, give me that single. Yeah. Mr. Mali on deck.